All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and here we go again with lying Kamala. Boy, the Democrats are so desperate right now. They trying everything. You got Kamala trying to pander to black people, talking about making weed legal. It just all type of stuff. She done just got to the point where she just said, you know what? Let's just pander to black people to see if I can trick them into voting for me. And a lot of black people is not falling for that crap, because I know I'm not. So she's trying to throw out these new policies about making weed legal and giving out all this money for houses. All she's trying to do is just put people in debt. So the only thing she's trying to do now is just trying to throw things out at black people to think that we are stupid enough to fall for it, just so she can get your vote and go back on everything she said she was going to do for you. Because once she get in office, and she got 4 years, she can care less about what anybody have to say. We can go around and say, man, she lied to us. It's too late. She got 4 years. So we cannot fall for this crap and let this woman throw out, so instead of making sure families like is able to afford groceries, people can get wages, people can keep more money in their pocket, she will rather talk about making weed legal. What? People are worried about grocery prices coming down, gas prices coming down, inflation coming down. I mean, this just don't make no sense at all, and she is desperate because Donald Trump is destroying her in the polls. Now we get to this point where the Democrats are trying to replace Kamala Harris with lying Hillary Clinton. Even Stephen Miller, Donald Trump's spokesman, even said that he been hearing talks that they are trying to replace Kamala with Hillary. We about to find out by Dr. Steve Turley, so y'all please hit that like button. It's very important to hit that like button. YouTube will share it so more people can see this video, and it definitely helps the channel grow. So please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and this is your first time here. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into it. And like I always say, we want 4 more years of Donald Trump and then 8 years of J.D. Vance. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with me. Let's go.
It's apparently the talk of the town, or better, the swamp. We're getting word that a number of Democrats are desperately trying to get rid of Kamala one way or another. And you won't believe who's waiting in the wings to replace her. We got the latest on the chatter, and we're going to see precisely why Democrat operatives are getting so painfully panicked as Election Day looms ahead. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you stay sane in these insane times. So you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Before we dive into the Harris's clip the other day of an old, tired, worn-out Bill Clinton implicitly torching Kamala Harris.
Yep.
You had a case in Georgia not very long ago, didn't you? They made an ad about a young woman who'd been killed by an immigrant. Yeah, well, if they'd all been properly vetted, that probably wouldn't have happened. But if they're all properly vetted, and that doesn't happen, and America is not having enough babies to keep our populations up, so we need immigrants that have been vetted to do work, there wouldn't be a problem. And he couldn't keep people all torn up and upset.
I mean, besides looking like he came straight out of a horror movie, it was an absolutely shocking comment. Even the New York Post cover today couldn't help but notice the horrific irony. Yes, Laken Riley would still be alive today if Harris and Biden had not deliberately abdicated their law enforcement responsibilities at the southern border. Again, that was Bill Clinton, gang. That was Bill Clinton. That wasn't Trump. That wasn't J.D. Vance saying that. That wasn't Vivek. That was none other than Bill Clinton saying that. But you'll notice, of course, it wasn't just Clinton. A few weeks back, we were treated to this wonderful picture of Joe Biden donning a MAGA cap. And since then, he appears to be doing everything he possibly can to undermine Kamala's candidacy. He's holding press conferences at the exact same time as her public appearances so as to prevent TV coverage of her campaign. He's contradicting her stupid feud that she picked with Ron DeSantis. Biden's like, I think the Florida governor's doing a great job. Biden is undermining Kamala's campaign every step of the way. So what the heck is going on here? Well, Jason Miller, senior advisor to President Trump, turned heads the other day when he tweeted out that the only plausible explanation to all of this is 3D chess to actively replace Kamala. Democrats want to get rid of Kamala at the last minute and replace her, according to him, with freaking Hillary. Senior advisor Stephen Miller replied to that tweet with this, quote, "Lots of DC gossip that Democrats are trying to replace Kamala. This would explain the aggressive counter-programming from Biden and Clinton. Explosive new plagiarism scandal adds even more pressure for a change atop a ticket." Now, if you don't know what he's talking about, you definitely want to check out my earlier video today on the latest plagiarism scandal to rock the fledgling Kamala campaign.
That woman's a fraud.
Now, of course, logistically, this would be impossible. Voting has already started.
Yep.
It's already well underway. It's been underway now for a few weeks. Kamala is the Democrat candidate. But the fact that there's a chatter like this about replacing her.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Because I thought maybe it was too late to do that. But the fact that they saying that they going to swap her out as if, okay, Kamala will win, but they're going to give the presidency to Hillary. So you just never know what they doing. Either way it's go is a bad choice. Hillary, she the main one that should be in jail when she was subpoenaed. But she deleted those emails. So she should have been in jail for that. That's why she up here slandering Donald Trump every chance she get, because she don't want him up in there because she thinks Donald Trump is going to go after her. If Donald Trump was going to go after Hillary, he would have did it the first time. He literally said, I didn't want to put Bill Clinton's wife in jail. But yet, Hillary Clinton is advocating for Donald Trump to go to prison. I mean, make that make sense. I mean, you can't coach stupid. You just can't. Donald Trump promised that he said, I was not going to put Hillary in jail, even though she should have been, for deleting those emails. And then, 3-4 years later, here she go advocating, saying Trump should be in prison. They wishing death on him every chance that they get. But it's just bad when it's 3 weeks away and you already hearing chatter from the other side about they want to replace her with Hillary. And then, like I said, Joe Biden is mad. A lot of people don't realize Joe Biden is mad the way the Democrats pushed him out. And then Kamala Harris is lying and saying, well, Joe stepped down. He felt like it was the right thing to do. Joe Biden never stepped down. The man literally said he was not going to step down. The Democrats forced him. Obama, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, they forced that man out. And Kamala just took his spot. That's why he pissed off. So, and I can guarantee you, Joe Biden do not want Kamala Harris to beat Donald Trump. Joe Biden want to be the only one to say he the one beat Donald Trump, and he want to be able to look at Kamala and look at the Democrats and say, y'all should have kept me in. Even though I still feel like Donald Trump was going to destroy Joe Biden, but it's just the fact that Joe Biden is still mad. Him and his wife, they still mad about the way that they just pushed him out. And Kamala is doing worse than him. It's like, come on, now she's putting out all of this stuff talking about Donald Trump needs to show his medical records. Then she said Donald Trump why is his staff hiding him? Donald Trump is nearly doing 2 rallies a day. Who does that? This man does 2 rallies a day. He do interviews. He go on Fox. He doing press conferences. He doing town halls. How is this man hiding? Kamala Harris want to talk about Donald Trump hiding when she got when they pushed Joe Biden out and she took over. She was hiding for a whole month and a half. Wasn't doing no interviews or nothing. But she said Donald Trump is the one hiding. This man been out every single day doing rally from one state to another state, press conference, phone calls, doing everything. And she said he's hiding. Come on, man.
Reveals just how radically disillusioned so many Democrats are right now with this embarrassing excuse of a campaign. Remember, Kamala's raised upwards of $1 billion in campaign
and
funds.
ain't doing it no good.
That right. That's billion with a B. We've talked about how the whole purpose of all those puff polls that showed her 10 points ahead of Trump, they were there to fund and fabricate. That's the purpose of these puff polls that always favor the Democrats. They're there to fund and fabricate.
Yep.
Puff polls are published so that Democrats can make tons of money from their donors, all the while trying to fabricate a narrative that they're winning and convince the majority of the country to go and
Just
join
lies.
the winning side. And yet, despite all of those puff polls, despite 24/7 celebrity coverage from the media, she's losing.
Badly.
Despite it all. despite a fawning media coverage. And keep in mind, the media is not merely a part of the Kamala campaign. The media is the Kamala campaign. They are the campaign. Despite all the money, despite all the celebrity news coverage, she's losing. Did you see?
Exactly. And then the main part is now she wants to come to Fox. Y'all listen to this. Now Kamala is doing an interview on Fox tomorrow. Now, she ain't never did an interview on Fox. Now, all of a sudden now, she wants to run the Fox. I'm so mad about this because I'm like, why didn't they give her Laura Ingraham? They gave her Brett Baer. But they should have gave her Laura Ingraham, Jesse Waters, even Sean Hannity. Should have gave her somebody who going to ask her the real questions. But Kamala's campaign didn't want Sean Hannity them. She knew what they was going to ask them. She already knew Sean Hannity wasn't going to hold back. He was going to ask her all the tough questions the left is not going to ask her when she go to The View and all of that. They ain't going to ask her hard questions. That's why she's losing. People is tired of hearing that same, oh, I grew up in a middle class crap. She say that about every ounce. I don't know how Brett Baer is going to let her get away with crap. I'm going to see what questions, because Sean Hannity need to give Brett Baer all those questions he wanted to ask her and give them to Brett Baer. So we're going to see how this is going to go, but it's kind of desperate. Now she want to run the Fox. When she turned down the Fox debate, now she's going on live talking about Donald Trump is scared to debate me. Donald Trump is scared to debate you when you're supposed to have been debating him on Fox September 4th and you declined. Now, so Donald Trump got to jump when you say jump is what I'm seeing. So when Kamala Harris says she ready to debate and Donald Trump declined, now he's scared. So he got to jump when you jump. When the man said he wanted to debate you on Fox, you said no. He offered you. You had a second debate. Now you did a debate on ABC. Now you want him to go back to CNN where he had already debated Joe Biden at. But you won't come to Fox. You want to stay on these networks that's going to help you. Because you know they're going to push back on Donald Trump and let you spew all them lies. And what she wanted to do is she wanted to do this last debate with Trump because she wanted to spew out a whole bunch of lies. And she know if Donald Trump goes to CNN or MSNBC, if he go anywhere over there, they're going to let her spew all those lies. They're going to try to paint them, make them look bad. Like she did that first debate when she was talking about, he says, very fine people on both sides. She wanted to be able to spew out more lies right before the election. And I'm glad Donald Trump is not debating her because that's exactly what she want to try to do right before the election when she turned down the Fox September 4th. Man, I wouldn't be studying that crap. This woman is desperate right now.
The latest from Newsweek, by the way. Even Newsweek, which is nothing more than a Democrat rag at this point, even Newsweek is now openly admitting that Trump is poised to win in a landslide.
Yep.
All the predictive indicators are swinging in his direction. The polls, the voter identification registration trends, and the early voting. All three of the predictive indicators are all moving in Trump's direction. For example, Republican dominance in voter registration is happening even in the bluest of blue states like Oregon. Did you see this? Oregon, which hasn't voted Republican since Reagan in 84. They even voted Dukakis in 88. Look at the latest voter registration stats. 30 of their 36 counties have all shifted to the right since 2020. 30 of 36. Again, it's not that Trump is going to win Oregon. It's just indicative of this massive shift to the right we're seeing all over the nation. Again, even California. Look at the early voting going on in Orange County, California. Look at these early voting totals. Republicans and Democrats are neck and neck. So far, just over 71,000 Orange County residents have voted. 27,812 Democrats. 26,588 Republicans. It's a difference of just over 1,000 for the Democrats. The problem is that at this time in 2020, it was a difference of over 14,000 for the Democrats.
Yep.
And less people have voted. By this time in 2020, just over 70,000 had voted, and Democrats were running away with it. Over 34,000 Democrats voted as compared to just 19,000 Republicans back in 2020. Now, today, as of their early voting, they're neck and neck. They're separated by 1,000 votes.
Yep, that's why they crying.
This is the very pattern that we're seeing literally everywhere in early voting. It just started yesterday in Arizona. We talked about this
And Donald Trump said that he like, why would I debate you now? And voting has already started. Let's just say, if it's a voter that voted for Kamala Harris, how is Donald Trump going to change their mind if early voting has already started? So it's a waste of time just debating. See, Kamala Harris knows that. She know that people had already cast their vote, so they can't take it back. Once you vote, you can't take it back. So let's just say Donald Trump changed their mind at the last minute. It's too late. They already voted. So why would he do that? Why would he give you another opportunity just to smear him and tell a whole bunch of lies about January 6th? He said it was fine people on both sides. He said it's going to be a bloodbath if he don't win. Just all of these lies, and that's what she wants to be able to say again to the American people, and Donald Trump won't let her do that. That's why he won't debate her, and I'm glad I don't want him to, because it's exactly what she's trying to pull. Because if you watch some of her rallies, she's saying some of the same stuff at her rallies. Donald Trump said it's going to be a bloodbath if he's going to win. We can't let him. They talk like Donald Trump ain't never been president before. It wasn't no bloodbath or anything. The economy was good under Donald Trump. They talking like he never been president before. I mean, this is bad for Kamala Harris.
Last night, our Monday night live stream. Take a look at this from Maricopa County, where 60% of Arizona residents live. Republicans began early voting yesterday, and they opened up a massive lead. They hit the ground running.
Yep.
1,800 Republican votes to 1,300 Democrat votes. And remember, he who wins Maricopa wins Arizona. And the Republican turnout is already crushing it. But again, this is just par for the course all over the country. States like Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Virginia, Florida, particularly Virginia. Keep your eye on Virginia. This electorate is already inordinately Republican. The Republican turnout for 2024 is already through the freaking roof.
Yep.
Is it any wonder that Trump was in Coachella, California, campaigning over the weekend, or in Colorado, of all places? He is very obviously going after the popular vote. Again, with all of the predictive indicators, with a +1 or even as high as a +3 Republican voter identification, according to Gallup, with the early voting already being super Republican, Trump sees the very real possibility of stealing the popular vote from the Democrats, which would explain why more and more Democrats look like they've had it with Kamala.
Yep.
So will they get rid of her? No, I think it's too late. Which may explain why so many former presidents appear to be turning their backs on Kamala and looking toward 2028.
Yep. Salute to Dr. Steve Taylor. Because like I said, I was thinking the same thing, that it's too late. But it's just the crazy part of them, the left side, talking about this. You're sending Bill Clinton out. You're sending Barack Obama out. He's trying to talk to black men crazy like he they daddy or something. I mean, they are just bad. Even Bill Clinton pretty much helped Donald Trump campaign by pretty much saying it's Kamala Harris' fault that Laken rally passed because of leaving them borders open. He pretty much just threw her under the bus. And I can guarantee you Kamala's campaign didn't want Bill Clinton to say that because she ain't going to admit it. So it just this stuff like this. So y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. Thank you all for watching, especially the ones that made it to the end. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.